The Basilica Forecourt was built in 1936, and with the exception of the aggregate added in the late 1960s, no other restoration has taken place. The courtyard surface was cracked throughout. Steps hindered museum access, and uneven surfaces were trip hazards for visitors. The front adobe wall and iconic arch had decayed and were removed previously due to unsafe structural issues.
The main focus of the courtyard restoration was to eliminate the drainage issues that were affecting the foundation of the renowned basilica. Much of this project was in the groundwork underneath the concrete aggregate. We added proper irrigation, gutters, and other drainage solutions, installed new fire lines, and laid the infrastructure for future museum restoration needs. We removed the cracked, sloped aggregate and leveled it, returning the step-free pathways throughout the courtyard and garden.
New copper rain gutters were added to all structures surrounding the forecourt to preserve the adobe walls. Overgrown landscaping was removed from the garden, revealing the historic stone perimeter wall. And new irrigation was added to optimize and conserve water. All the wall stones were reused throughout the garden, and new stones to match were added to create seating areas, raised beds, and to highlight the paths and fountain.
We were matching the existing, which is more of a stack pattern, where it's loosely stacked together and then backfilled with dirt, as opposed to being on a foundation with a supported system behind it. So it was more of a traditional style. Minimal differences around the fountain was one of them. That was a single rock, and we beefed it up a little bit, made it a little bit taller so it can withstand more dirt and pressure on the back of it.
Over time, the bowl, which is the middle section there, had a dip in it, and so water would pour out one side. The plaster company came in, renovated the bowl, so now it acts like a fountain, flows like a fountain. Before, they used to literally fill up buckets of water when it would evaporate and fill it up, but now they have a fill valve, they've got a float. I mean, it's kind of state-of-the-art as far as fountains go. And that color was the color it was, and it faded with water, sun, wind, whatever, over that many years.
For me in particular, I did the bench construction here. Did a little structure into the concrete to hold the post in place. This is all 6x14 redwood, vertical grain, no knots. It's called FOHC, which is free of hard center, so that it shouldn't twist. No nails, no hardware showing, no nothing, yeah. And it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere, yeah.
The front perimeter wall crumbled in August 2020. The foundation was able to remove it at that time and construct a temporary wall until it could be rebuilt during this project. We reconstructed the perimeter wall to match up to the remaining adobe. We were able to refurbish the main entrance gates and add a new visitor entrance for easier visitor flow.
That one over there was really rotten from the weather out here, so we had to patch it in with the original redwood, had spindles.
We added new exterior lighting to highlight the historic walls, gardens, and buildings in the evening, and added new electrical and power needs to the Downey adobe to anticipate the museum function.
They're an LED product, but they're actually look super old. They're a copper material that's custom made for here. At night, it really gives a great ambiance, sort of just shadowing the rock walls and of the walk paths here.